All right, so we've taken some time now and we've looked at why you would want to buy a sensor. We've looked at the agronomics, but now let's look at actually how you read the data. Now, this is a tremendous selling tool. It's a tremendous way to have a conversation with your farmers about what they really want the plants to be doing in the field. You see, a soil moisture probe is a lot less about managing the moisture and a lot more about managing the plant. So let's look at this data and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay. Now we're going to start over here on the left hand side where we look at this first big increase in the graph right here. That increase means that it's a wetting event. That may be an irrigation event, it may be a rain event, but it's some kind of a wetting event. The soil moisture content increases and then immediately it should start to fall back off. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it should step down as the plant is using water. Think about it down here. Let's come down here for just a second. When that plant is drawing water out during the day, that's photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is pulling that water up into the plant, transpiring it out, bringing with it nutrition so it can feed the plant and grow your crop. At night, we need that plant to shut down. We should have this little step right here indicating nighttime activity. Now, we can do this because we're pulling data from the probe every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, the system is pulling up information right out of that root zone, exactly how the plants are responding to the environment, to the conditions of that day, to the access that they have to water. So we're actually watching plants a lot more than just soil moisture. Reality is we can't see the moisture. We can see what the plants do in the moisture that they have. That's really what we're looking for. Now, we do have to be a little careful. You'll see this increase right here, and then you see this big drop right here. That would indicate that we have a little bit of water running through the profile. This is not a bad thing. When you have drier soil down below, you want that water to drain through. That's exactly how water's designed to work. Water will drain through a wetter profile to get to drier soil. But that means you have to have some drier soil down there, and you have to have the right moisture content with the right amount of water on the top to move water through the profile. But we can watch these downward trends to learn how much water we have. How deep is that water going? How fast does the water infiltrate through? These are all things that we're taught about the root zone, but at the same time, as we watch these steps, we're learning about the plant. That's the big thing. We got to watch what the plants are doing, what the plants are drinking, how much, when. Those are things that we really want to pay attention to. On this next slide, it shows us how much the plant is increasing in water uptake. See, if you look back here, the very beginning, we have a couple of fairly small stair steps. The stair steps here are, again, fairly small, but look at the downward trend. The downward trend. That downward trend would indicate that the profile is using a little bit more water over the course of time, exactly like we learned in the agronomic picture. Remember, as the plants grow, the water use curve goes up. And as the water use curve goes up, the stair steps are going to get bigger. So look at this. We have a little bit of a water uptake here. The stair steps are getting just a little bit bigger. But look at this. As we go in towards that V10, V12, getting up to that tassel stage, my goodness, these stair steps just get huge. That's exactly what you want to happen. You want your plants to transpire water. So we're looking for big stair steps as we go into the middle of that season. That, my friends, is extremely important. So as we watch this water increase and the stair steps on the decrease, we're learning about the plants. We're learning how the roots are developing. The cool thing is, which you'll see in another video, we can see it at each individual sensor level, all the way down to 40 inches. We can see and watch these plants develop. It's very, very powerful tool to help growers understand just how healthy their soils are, just how healthy their plants are, And the truth of the matter is, we can actually help them be confident about the kind of harvest that they're going to have based on the data that we see. So I'm anxious to dive into the next video where we're going to dive into this information a little bit further. We're going to look at the whole season, and then we're going to look at the whole year. We're going to see this in a whole different perspective. I'll see you in the next video.